Children, let us continue with the ocean currents. Ocean currents, third unit, hydrosphere. Now, ocean currents, they are the continuous movement of the ocean water that flows in one of the Earth's ocean. Now, all the oceans, they are connected with one another. So, effect of one would be carried on to the another. North and South equatorial currents. Now, these currents, they are present over the side of equator, both the side of the equator, and they move westward. They are the westward moving current. They get their energy from the trade winds that blow into these latitudes, and they are highly affected by the Coriolis effect that occurs clockwise in the northern hemisphere and anti-clockwise in the southern hemisphere. Now, they are found in the major ocean basins all around the subtropical high pressure systems. They are centered upon there over these systems. Next we have the Gulf Stream. Now this is the warm ocean current and it originates in the Gulf of Mexico around 20° north and then move over the northeasterly direction all along the eastern coast of North America. Now the water within the current, that is usually warm and blue. So it is depleted of the nutrients and is incapable of supporting much life. Under the impact of the westerlies, these warm ocean current, they reach the western coast of Europe and move up to 70° north. Then they merge with the warm ocean current with the cold Labrador current near the Newfoundland, and it results in the heavy fog over there and the formation of the planktons, that is the food for the fishes, that also take place there. Next we have is the North Atlantic drift, which is the warm ocean current, and these warm waters, they are responsible for the moderating climate of the Western Europe. Otherwise at 70° north, the Western Europe, it would be as cold as Canada is. Alright, so the warm water, it keeps the warming effect over some of the European countries. Next we have is the Labrador current, that is the cold ocean current of the North Atlantic Ocean, and it originates in the Arctic Ocean, which flows from north to the south between Greenland and the Baffin Island. Now the average speed of the current is 28 km per day, and it brings down the icebergs from the Arctic Ocean to the eastern coast of Canada, which is quite harmful for the navigation over there. Then the water of the cold ocean current, Labrador current, and the warm ocean current, Gulf Stream, near Newfoundland, they merge with one another, which leads in the formation of the dense fog, which is considered to be conducive for the planktons, which is the food for the fishes. So the other currents of the Atlantic Ocean, they are the Canary current, Brazilian current, Falkland Island current, then Beniguela current, and South Atlantic drift. Next we have the currents of the Pacific Ocean. Now Pacific Ocean, we have the Kuroshio current, which is the warm ocean current, and it is the important one. It flows from Taiwan to Ryukyu Ridge at 30° north, and it has the moderating climate over Japan. Kuroshio current, it develops partly because of the Coriolis force and also because of the obstruction of the Philippines in the flow of the North Equatorial current. It has a tendency to keep the eastern coast of Japan warm even in the coldest of the month, that is January, even when it is snowing frequently in the Honshu and Hokkaido. These are the two islands of Japan. A branch of the Kuroshio current, Tsushima current, it enters the Sea of Japan along the west coast of the island and relatively keeps the warm water of Tsushima current. It keeps the western coast of Japan warm. Then we have the Kuril or the Oshio current, which is the cold ocean current, and it originates from the Bering Strait and moves southward along the coast of Kamchatka. It touches the island of Kuril, where it is called the Kuril current, and it carries the cold water and the icebergs from the Arctic Ocean to the coast of Kuril, which is in Russia, and Hokkaido Island, that is in Japan. The water of the Oshio current, it is high very high where the nutrient content is concerned. So the fishing, that is the major occupation of the people surrounding these areas. Now the current has the important impact of the climate over the Russia Far East and then few of the islands of Japan. With regard to the effects of the ocean current, now basically they influence the distribution of temperature, pressure, winds, precipitation, directly or indirectly economy and society of the people where they live, especially the regions which are very close to the coastal areas. Now the other effects, they include the transfer of the heat from the tropical regions of the world to the polar regions, then the influence on the weather and the climate is there, the distribution of the nutrients and the other organisms, then the regulation of the air routes, that is also there, the mixing of the cold and the warm ocean currents which produces the planktons, and then the dense fog like conditions that is generated. Then the warm and the cold ocean current, they also have the effect on the precipitation, and if they do not, then the desert areas of the world, they are formed of. So these were the few effects of the ocean currents, and this particular topic is finished now. In the next video we will go for the tides. Thank you.